Oh,
Yeah. I already sent my text message out, so I'm good.
All right, we're live. Hello, everybody. It looks like we are in the right place at the right time. Awesome. That's a miracle, really, to get 4 people in the right place at the right time. That doesn't happen very often. Welcome. We're so glad you're here tonight. We are so glad you're here. I'm seeing lots of eyeballs. As you all get on here, tell us who you are, where you're from. And if you want to allow StreamYard, well, there's Felicia to see your name. You can accept that up there at the top. Hello. Look at all these friends. Oh, I love seeing all of your all's names. Awesome.
Hey, everybody. I'm trying to send out my text reminder.
I just sent my text out. You should be getting it now.
Hello.
Awesome.
Hello.
Look at all these friends on here. I love seeing everybody's faces too. Leah, you got your StreamYard to work. Yay. Hello, Paula from Utah. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, lots of people watching. That's great.
Yeah. And these other ladies on here are sharing into their groups right now. So if they're looking down and they're not looking at the screen, that's why they're taking care of business real quick. Some housekeeping things that we can't do until we go live. So I'm so glad y'all are here with us. Everybody wants to know all the details about this collaboration project. The 4 of us spent some time together, and I think Christy's going to tell us all about that.
Oh, I was going to start.
Oh, okay.
I was going to start, and then I'll let y'all jump in. But anyway, I'm Christy Darty. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Sorry, I felt like I was so rude, but I was trying to send out my text to notify everybody because people love to be reminded by text because it's always real close by. So anyway, but I was excited to tell y'all that I feel so blessed to, first of all, I have connected with these women. I'm just telling you, instead of telling the whole big story, I'm just telling you God placed us together into each other's lives. And we actually had the opportunity to all 4 meet in person a couple weeks ago. Has it been 2 weeks maybe? And it was a blast. And one of the things we decided to do when we met together was to collaborate and come up with a project. And last year, 3 of us did a project, and it was so successful. We loved it so much that we were like, okay, let's do it again. And of course, Miss Tracy, anytime we can grab her and have her do stuff with us is such a treat. And now we are the 4 stuck together, y'all. It's the 4, we are stuck together like glue, right? But anyway, so we went to the Whatever Craft House, if you've ever heard that. And it is a beautiful, beautiful retreat. And then we played and we went to dinner together and, hung out. But then we also worked on this project that we're going to share with you. Each of us are going to share with our part of the workshop. If you decide to sign up, what you're going to learn, we're going to teach you how to do and the supplies that you will need to do it. We already have 30 people signed up, and we haven't even gotten to share a lot about it. So this is exciting. But anyway, I thought we would start with, y'all have any other comments you want to talk about for the weekend that we were together?
It was magical. It was wonderful in a magical, wonderful place. Like, it just was awesome. So fun.
It was one of those things where we feel like we've been knowing each other forever, and it was actually the first time that we met. Well, I think I was the newbie. That's the first time I met all 3 of these other ladies. And it was like I've been knowing them forever. So we just kicked off, where we were. And it was
the main thing was like, oh, you're taller than I thought you were. Was that's
when,
the thing.
When she says it was the first time we met, that's not exactly accurate. It's the first time that Jen has met with us in physical person, in physical body. And yes, Elizabeth and I were both like, wow, she's tall.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, and then where's my little thing? I put something on the table at the retreat. I had it with my stuff, and I put it on the table by Elizabeth's things. And all of a sudden I heard someone scream and throw something. And it was Elizabeth had opened this box that I put in front of her on purpose but I wanted to watch her. But anyway, when you slide it open, a spider kind of jumps out. And so that was one of my
That was Christy's favorite part. My favorite part was when Tracy said, Jen, so are we kind of what you expected us to be? Because you're taller than we expected. And Jen said, Tracy, you're really pretty much what I expected, and Christy's pretty much what I expected. But Elizabeth, you talk a lot more than I thought. I do talk a lot, y'all.
But you don't on here. That's what's so funny.
Because when we come
one of the four of us in here.
When we come live, all four of us, you never say anything. But man, when we were in person, you were like, blah, 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 blah.
I do talk a lot.
When we're live, she's like,
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get to business. We want to tell y'all what you're going to learn when you join this workshop. I already see people who said they've joined. Vanessa says Jen is taught.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at all the things you're going to learn. Miss Tracy is the one that has the finished piece with resin. It's personalized, it's lettered, it's got, and the last thing she did with it is the window technique. Can you see the crackle on the window? This is just such a cool project. I've never seen anything like it.
No,
So,
it is very unique.
I've never seen anything like it. And so for us to put all of our gifts on there is what makes it so fun, that we all have different qualities. And what was really cool too at the retreat is to be able to be with each other and their craft, to admire in person what they do. Okay, so Jen, why don't you kick it off? Tell us about what they're going to learn from your workshop and what they will need.
Okay. So it's going to be a 5-day event. We're going to be going live in a private Facebook group. And I have day 1 and 2 because I am going to teach you everything from the basic acrylic art techniques to a little more advanced. But you do not have to have any experience to be able to paint this. We're going to be using acrylic paint. Most people already have all of the colors that you need. So look at the colors. What are the colors? You're going to need white. You're going to need black.
Experience.
You're going to need green, some type of green, red, of course. The only color that might be a little bit off that you may not have is like the burgundy brick color on the fireplace. So it's basically like a burgundy or a wine red color. What else is on there? That's about it. There's not a lot of colors that we're using.
And
just yellow.
Just so you know, you don't have to be writing all this down. Make sure everybody knows you have to be writing this down. Mm-hmm. When you sign up for the course in our private Facebook group, which is where all of this fun will be happening, there are going to be guides set up. So each one of us has our own guide. So we will have our supply list for you with links and all of the things. So just letting you know, in case some of you out there are frantically trying to find a pen and pencil and write down all the things. You don't need to do that tonight. It's okay. Sorry, Jen. Go ahead.
Okay. Somebody already answered it. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with you, and I'm going to take 2 days on the painting. And this is what we suggest, and this is all in our supply list, but this is basically what we suggest you get because of the glass and resin component. It's really better to use a wood surface than a canvas to do this. So this is the only one that I have in stock right now. It's a 12 by 16. However, I just wanted you to see what it looks like. This is basically what we're going to be using. But the template that's going to be in my guide, I am providing the template in 3 sizes for you so you can make the decision. And the reason why I did that is because I started looking. We initially wanted a 16 by 20, which is what it is right now. The one that Tracy is holding up is a 16 by 20. When I went and I started looking to buy the wood panels online, there were a few places that were sold out of 16 by 20. So I got a little nervous. So I said, okay, well, it doesn't have to be a 16 by 20. It could be a 16 by 16, or it could be a 20 by 20, or anything around that size. And I will provide the templates for you for whatever size you choose. So a 16 by 20, a 16 by 16, or a 20 by 20. Okay, so that would be the first thing that I would make sure that you work on getting if you decide to join the course and start. And basic paint brushes, very basic. You probably already have them in stock. You need a liner brush. You need a flat brush. You need, I'm a free brush painter. I can use just about any paintbrush and still get the same effect that I want, regardless of the paintbrush that I use. So I will show you that also. So if you have paintbrushes in stock already, you're good to go. With acrylic paints and paintbrushes, you are good to go. Okay. And that's what's going to be taking place on the first 2 days. Is there anything else?
No, but I'm going to say this. That was probably one of my favorite things when we were all together working on this, is I loved learning more about Jen and this whole concept of free brush painting. Mm-hmm. I loved every bit of it. And I'm telling you, if you don't think that painting comes naturally to you, I don't want you to worry about it at all, because with her style and the techniques and the way that she teaches it, anyone can make these beautiful paint strokes. I mean, it's amazing. So much fun. It was my favorite, Jen. I loved it.
Thank you, Tracy.
Awesome. It was so fun.
You did a really, and I know that I want to share this with y'all. I know that Tracy was nervous when we started painting because she was really quiet and she had all of her supplies like all organized, and we were all cutting up and laughing, and Tracy was like, y'all, this is not my comfort zone. Well, later on, they found out what was not my comfort zone, and that was using glue gun and making a bow.
I'm sorry if I'm coughing tonight. Y'all just know I'm having major allergies with mountain cedar is kicking my butt right now. But anyway, it really was fun because I did feel intimidated. And I mean, I'm being really honest with you. And I think there's a lot of people out there watching tonight that are going to look at this and are going to feel intimidated. You're going to look at this and think, oh my gosh, there is no way I cannot do this. And I'm going to tell you that I felt intimidated, and because I'm the maker of the group. These girls right here have got that artist thing. I mean, they've got that artist touch. And I'm more of the maker, the crafter. So I was intimidated, but y'all, I did it. And it was easy. Like the way that Jen teaches all of the painting techniques, I mean, just made it really easy and fun. So I'm telling you, girls, if you're out there and you're like, well, I'm not an artist, I'm more of a crafter, I'm a maker, y'all, that's me. I'm a crafter and a maker, and I did this and I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to make another one. Like I have a couple people in mind that I'd love to do this as a gift for. And now I have that confidence, like I can do this. Like I can do this. And you can do it too, for sure.
So we're going to hold your hand. That's what we're going to be there for. We are going to be in the group with you. So you have access to us to ask questions. Don't be fearful. It's just fun. It really is. Okay. So I'm going to talk about my part, because after Jen does her 2 classes, then we'll do my class. And in my class, the first thing we'll do, and remember, this isn't finished. This is just me getting started. The first thing we're going to do is tape off the window. Oops, sorry. And so I have a couple of examples of tape. This is washi tape. Okay. And we're going to tape. I'll give you tips on this and everything, but I just want to show you the tape that you need. The size that we need is the standard washi tape size, which is 15 millimeters. Okay. It's not 1/2 inch. It's a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch. And then on the side of the windows, we did 1 inch. Okay. So 1 inch tape for the side, which you might find 1 inch painter's tape. That's what that one is right there. 1 inch. And then that's 25 millimeter. And this one is 15 millimeter. So you're going to need those 2 sides if you want yours like ours, which you really need those sizes for a lot of reasons. But if you want it to turn out, because you're going to have a template and you're going to want everything like put in the right position. Okay. So that you'll have that, you'll use that. I also will have on the list 3 different markers. Okay. One is a white one, and the white one is going to do your lettering. So if you look on Tracy's sample and Elizabeth's sample in the background, we used a white marker because we painted that.
It's so large. It's hard to get.
Oh, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it good.
You can see it, okay?
Yeah, we can see it great.
There, let me do it.
Okay,
right now.
so see how all is calm, all is bright. So Elizabeth has that on hers too. You'll have that option. Also, look at Jen's. She put Merry Christmas on hers. And then I'm going to give you more samples. So you'll have different choices and you'll have a template of how to write it. Do not think, oh my gosh, I can't letter. If you can trace, if you can draw a straight line, you can do this. Okay. And so you'll need a white paint pen for that. Posca is my favorite. And then if you look, see the stockings? Okay, y'all, are they going to get to put whatever number of stockings that they want? Okay. Because see mine, I have 5 on mine. How many? Elizabeth has 5. And Jen, you have 4, right? So be thinking, y'all, you get to personalize this. So the black marker is for you to write down. You can do names or on Tracy. We did Joy, Peace, Noel, and
on the sample one here, it's just generic Christmas words.
So
on the window that I'm doing 5 stockings, and I'm going to put my 5 kids' names on the stockings. And then I have all these grandkids now that I adore. So I think I'm going to go in. Christy actually gave me this idea to go in and actually create some ornaments and hand letter my grandkids' names in the tree. I thought that would be really cute and fun.
It's so cool because
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool because you can personalize it. So I don't know if we want to address this question right now since we're talking about tape and stuff. Somebody thought your middle piece looks thicker than mine, and it is a little bit because why?
Well,
once
the slats here, something else is going to happen after we resin. Okay, so what's happening is because hers look thinner right now, doesn't mean that they may not grow and become a little thicker as we put things on. Okay.
So, but that sample, we did the same thing as mine. Mine is just not to that step yet.
That's
so we
right.
all used that 15 millimeter tape in the
That's
middle.
right. Everybody's going to use the same, the same size, all of that. But with any kind of custom piece, the different layers are going to kind of affect the overall size and the look in the end. But it's going to look great no matter what.
One more marker, and then these are just water-based markers, by the way, except this one's an oil-based, and this one is amazing. This is Deco Color. Elizabeth and I just think this is the bomb.com.
My
right?
favorite. I love those markers.
You can just do some fun highlights and things with this. See, again, mine is just mine's in phase 1. This is what you'll do with Jen. Mine's just in phase 1. But if you look at the gold, see the little round ornaments on the tree, those have the gold. You can use the gold for your lettering. You can use the gold for your stockings. It's up to you. This is not like I have to have the gold. It's just like the gold is fun. Okay. So for my lesson, you're going to need markers, and then you're going to need tape. 15 millimeter and 25 millimeter washi tape is my suggestion. And then one more thing. Okay, so for your template to put on here, I like to use chalk because it's easy to write and then wipe off. So if you have some chalk, that would be good. Anyway, but I'll give you some more tips on that once you get into the group. All right, so I think it's Elizabeth's turn to talk about what she has to offer and teach you.
Okay, so I get to come in and embellish our artwork. That is my favorite thing. I am a mixed media artist, and glass and resin are my lifeblood. I love the sparkle of glass and resin. I'm going to show you just a few of the supplies that you'll need, but in the Facebook group, I've already put a supply list in there with links. Those links are things that you can click on and look at it and see what it's going to look like. But you don't have to purchase through those links. I've also put in other places you can pick stuff up. Okay, so the first thing is going to be these Christmas balls. Have you all seen these at Hobby Lobby? They're $4.99 for this huge bag. You guys, I use these for all kinds of stuff. So you're only going to need maybe 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Not very many of these. We're even going to cut them in half. But they're on sale for $2.50 because everything's half off right now.
And you can find those at lots of craft stores.
Yes, you can find them at the Dollar Tree too. Hobby Lobby has some really great colors right now. So you can customize your tree with whatever colors you want. So when you go and buy, pick out stuff, maybe you want your tree to be all neutrals, and you can think about that when you're painting it with Jen. Okay. This is a very customizable piece of art, not just in the names. The other thing you are going to use is glitter glass. This is crushed glass. I get this at Michael's, but you can also get it online. I love this stuff. It's just really good for sparkling everything up, I guess is the right word to use. Makes everything sparkly. I also used some of these. These are little styrofoam balls, also from Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, Michael's, places like that. The other thing is art resin. I know Miss Tracy carries this at the Little Blue House. I order it from artresin.com. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Amazon. So it's not hard to find. This is my favorite type of resin. It's crystal clear. It has no VOCs. I have asthma and I have no trouble using this resin. And then you're also going to want something to mix it in, some gloves to wear, and a stir stick. Okay. So you can pick up this kind of stuff at the Dollar Tree. You might even have something, but you need something that you can measure it with because you use equal parts of that. You also, if you want, could use a pair of glass nippers and some glass. This is just some vases. This one's from the Dollar Tree. This was just from, I don't know, a thrift store maybe. I don't even know where I get glass. I just accumulate glass because I find it everywhere. But, and I can give you some tips if you're really out looking, but you're not going to need much at all. This is mostly for the fire. So that's just if you want to add some dimension to it, okay? Don't feel like this is something that you have to do, but if you want to add a little more dimension, you could nip that up with nippers and nip up the glass that way. And then we also used some sticks, didn't we, girls? We used sticks on that. I had forgotten about that. And so we went outside. Actually, Christy went outside and found some little logs for us to use. They were completely dried out. That's one thing you want to make sure is that they're completely dried out. Look at Vanna White pointing to that for us. That's so good, Vanna. You're on mute.
You can turn it sideways a little bit more so we can see just that little log.
Yeah, little bitty sticks in there. Isn't that fun? You don't need much at all. How much resin do you need? You need 8 ounces of resin. 1 cup of resin did that board. Now, if you put a ton of glass on it, you're going to need a little bit more. And I also used wine bottle glass, green wine bottle glass on there, or a green vase or something like that. Let's see, what else did I use? I think, you're also going to need a plastic tarp to cover your table. Oh, and flat marbles. I don't have any right here. Why did I not bring any over here?
Yeah, the little flat pebbles, the little glass pebbles.
Flat marbles. You know, people use them for table scatter and vase filler. So they're little flat marbles. And I really like the iridescent ones. You can find those everywhere. You probably have some in a jar somewhere even. Yeah, you can find those everywhere. Oh, look, Jen's got some.
It's still in the bag.
Oh, awesome. There you go.
They're called Mosaic. I got them at Hobby. These are the ones I got at Hobby Lobby. But
yeah. Anyway. And so you can also think about that too. If you want to customize this with your own colors, I don't want to throw too much at you, but it's super easy to say, you know what? I want all my ornaments to be blue, or I want all my ornaments to be pink, or, you know, neutral shades, or red and green and gold, or whatever you want to do. So just think about that when you're picking out your supplies that, sorry about that, y'all. When you're picking out your supplies, that you can customize them to whatever you want. And listen, we'll be here to answer questions and help you find stuff. If you're looking and you can't find it in your area, there's always places online where you can order stuff. And if you join right now, you have plenty of time to get these supplies in. But remember, it's 5 days of videos, and we don't expect you to do it while we're doing it. Right. You can watch and go back and rewatch. Replays are the best. Those are my favorite way to watch videos myself, because I can pause and rewind and, you know, go get a snack, you know, whatever. And you don't have to, you know, watch it through once, and then I go back and I do it with the replay. So, yeah. All right. So 1 cup of resin. Let's see. Okay. Who is next? Tracy.
Okay, so after the resin process is done, and it's really important to note that the resin would need to set up completely. It would need to have time to harden completely before we move to this next step. When we were at the retreat, we were kind of talking and just about, you know, the cool thing about this project is all the different mediums, all the different textures, just everything about it's so cool. And so the fact that we wanted it to be a window was really important. And we not only wanted it to be a window, we wanted it to be a view inside a window, right? So this is like you looking through the window into this beautiful, warm, cozy scene. Now, if we had done the frame is my portion, by the way, and I'll talk to you about my workshop here in just a second. If we had done the frame before the resin, then our frame would have been glossy, right? Like the hardened resin. Well, we wanted this view from this Christmas window to be more realistic and to look like a farmhouse window, right? Like an aged, chippy, crackled, beautiful farmhouse window. So the frame for this window actually gets created after all the resin has completely hardened, completely cured. I'm going to try to kind of hold it up for you, but look, do you see, like you're going to see the gloss kind of happening where the resin is, but you're not going to see that over the frame portion. Okay, you're not going to see that over the frame. Look at all the beautiful crackle in there. Look at that. That's a good shot right there. Look at all that pretty crackle. So what you're going to learn in my workshop, first off, is I called my workshop Crazy for Crackle because I am, and it's so much fun. So you're going to learn some crackling techniques with me. We're actually going to play around on some ornaments to start. We're going to just want to show you some different techniques because there's ways that you can crackle in a good way. And there's some where it's not so good. Okay. There's ways that you can antique your crackled finish. And I want to show you a couple of those things because you may want to come in and antique your window. So you're going to learn a lot of kind of technique-y fun stuff with me. And then we're going to actually paint out our frame onto our window. I'm going to walk you through every single step. We're going to do it side by side. It's going to be great. And I think a lot of people, Elizabeth, I'd be curious to know how many of your glass people know this, but I think there's a lot of people out there that don't realize you can paint on top of resin. You can. Now, I chose to use chalk paints for this, okay? Because I wanted that different texture. I wanted that chalky, it's just a different kind of texture with that paint. It's a beautiful paint to use when you want to create a distressed kind of look. So I'm using chalk paint. You'll need a white and a black, okay? There's black underneath. That's what's peeking out through the cracks. Ooh, let me see if I can hold still long enough. Let's do it like that. There we go. See the black? That's your base coat. That's what's showing through the cracklage. And then, so I'm using Country Chic paints. They're what I carry in my shop, but you can use any kind of chalk paint that you want. I'm using Licorice, which is the black. Okay. And Simplicity, which is the white, the pure white and the pure black. They don't have to be the same brand, but chalk paint will make a difference in how your frame looks. And then my crackle medium I'm using is also Country Chic paint. Works beautifully with chalk paints, and it's just going to be so much fun. There is a little bit of a technique to what we do, especially when painting on top of resin. It's a little bit different, and then crackling on top of resin. And so I'm really excited to show you because in the process of doing this, I learned some great things and have some great little tips and techniques that I get to share with y'all. So I'm really looking forward to that. So this is what I need you to have, okay? You're going to need just a regular paintbrush, like an artist type paintbrush, just a regular paintbrush like that. A couple of these. You're going to also need, again, like I mentioned, chalk paint, black and white. Contrast is best. If you don't want your window frame to be super white, remember I'm going to show you an antiquing technique. So just know that, and that will be on my supply list as an optional item. I'd almost rather you girls just watch the workshop and check out those techniques first. And then decide if you like it, and then you can know, if you want to purchase that antiquing stuff or not. And of course, the crackle medium. Okay,
So
it's going to be really helpful, y'all, if you have a heat gun. Anybody have a heat gun? Do y'all know what this is? It's like an embossing gun. It's a heat gun. I don't hardly ever use mine to emboss. I just use it to help dry paint. I help it. It's going to help us a little bit to kind of speed up some of the processes on our crackling. And it also is going to help us create even better cracklage. Okay. Even better cracklage by having some heat. A heat tool would be great for this. Heat tools are hotter than actual blow dryers. However, if that's all you've got, I want you to use a blow dryer. So if you have a blow dryer that you can set to a highest, hottest setting, that's okay too. Okay. And it's just going to look so lovely. Now, I have not added the antiquing to this one. Okay. This is the sample one that all of our hands have touched. I am going to be adding the antiquing though to my personal one that I'll be making with you. And that way I can hold them up side by side for you so that you can see, which look you like the best.
I have a question that I have a question about, and other people are having a question about. Can they use acrylic paint instead of chalk paint, and is it going to change the crackle effect?
With the way that we're doing this, your base coat doesn't necessarily have to be, well, okay, scratch that. We're painting on acrylic. We're painting on hardened resin. Not all paints are going to adhere to hardened resin. That's one reason why chalk paints are so awesome and amazing, because they have a superior adhesion. You can paint chalk paint, y'all, on literally anything and everything. Plastic, metal, glass, and hardened resin. Okay. So will crackle work with acrylic paint is going to be a yes. However, acrylic paint is not going to be best to paint on hardened resin. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So your recommendation is to get chalk paint.
Yes, chalk paint. Also, for the look we're going for this kind of crackly, chippy, rustic kind of look of this frame, we're going to get a better look for that with chalk paint as well. I hope that helps.
We have lots of questions. Should we go through the questions? I do want to say one thing real quick. What's really neat about the techniques that you're going to learn is you can take each one of our parts and make something completely different. And someone just said on here, I took y'all's class last year and I just sold my piece, the chapel. And so it's exciting because you can learn how to make these things to even sell. So let's go through the questions. What do y'all, Elizabeth, do you want to put them on the screen?
Sure. Let me go. I'm going to scroll back. I'm going to go back, guys, because this is a Q&A. I want to, we have plenty of time, and I want to make sure that we've got, yes, Jen is tall. She's 5'8".
Which is tall to us if you're
Which is tall to all of us because we're really short people. That was the number one question. Well, how tall is she?
Well, Elizabeth's looking for the questions. I just want to tell you, did we even talk about, it's only $67 right now, y'all. That's an incredible price. It's going to be $99, but $67 it's going to be until the 3rd. Is it?
Midnight of the 3rd.
We're gifting. We all four decided we wanted to gift you a reduced rate for X amount of time, because really when you add it up, you're getting two nights of workshops with Jen. You're getting a workshop with each one of us, Christy, Elizabeth, and I. And we just think it's a great value, considering the fact that this is very different. And it may be hard for you to wrap your head around out there, because it's very different than other project courses and things like that. Because we have this course with unique workshops in the course. And then at the end of the course, this is kind of like the what would you call it? What would you call it?
I would call it the coup de grace, because
the
coup de grace.
Coup de grace. Taking everything you learned from these workshops, and the culmination of everything turns out to be this project. But y'all, everything you learn in every single workshop is stuff that you're going to be able to take to your normal crafting, to your Christmas creations, and do all kinds of things. So it's
you're also
unique.
getting-
I'm so excited to be a part of it because I think this is just a really one of a kind creative opportunity. And there aren't a lot like this out there.
And you're getting the private Facebook group, which to me has a lot of value.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. Okay, this first question from Gay is how much will all supplies cost? That is really going to vary. If you're a member of my group, we have over 100 people in there. You're already going to have this stuff. You're already going to have the flat marbles. You're already going to have resin and resin cups and all the stuff that you'd need to do my part. And if you're a painter, you're already going to have all those colors of paint that Jen's talking about, paintbrushes. If you do a lot of Miss Tracy's things, you're going to already have crackle medium probably and chalk paint. And Christy's group, she's going to have, so it really all varies. And you can go through the list of the supplies in the Facebook group and kind of figure out, but I mean, just think in your head of the things that you might already have at home. It would be impossible for us to put together a conclusive number on that.
Yeah, I think
What's next?
I think
Sorry.
that the surface itself, y'all can definitely save money because if you get that at Hobby Lobby, you can always watch for when they go on sale. Which is what,
Or
if it's not on sale this week, it's on sale next week,
or we're giving away, Jen is including a free palette tutorial where you could make your
oh,
own
that's right.
using a free palette board.
We
So
forgot to
I
mention
forgot about that. We almost forgot to.
Tell everybody about that, Jen.
Yeah, so I have a DIY tutorial, a video that is going to be gifted to you when you sign up, and it will teach you how to make your own wooden board. We're calling it a pallet board, but we really use like 1x4s or 1x6s from the local home department stores to make them. And Michael shows you how to make your own wooden board for this, any size you want. So yeah.
Okay, to answer Diane's question, yes. Tracy is holding the 16 by 20. Yes. Okay.
That's what the template's going to be. I mean, if you're going to do your own thing and you just want to get the ideas,
she's going to include the 16 by 16 templates and the other size just in case, but that particular one is 16 by 20.
Yes.
Okay. Felicia, can you do it on a mirror? I would not recommend it. Painting on a mirror is a completely different thing than painting on wood. And then you've got the resin, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would do it on a board rather than a mirror. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm flying through these because I want to be sure and get through them all. Is it for every skill level? Absolutely. Absolutely. We start at the beginning, right? For everybody.
Yeah. Purposefully designed like that.
Yes. And if you're an advanced painter or maker of any kind, you can watch the replay and skip right past that if you want to. Okay. Let's see. Glenda, is this picture frame like we did in the Oh Dear painting last year? No, this is a different, completely different technique.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, am I going too fast?
No, keep going.
Okay.
Because we're going to run out of time anyway, because we got to get Tracy to her next live.
Yeah, we do.
Keep going.
Is it an hour class each night? Yes.
Yes, it'll be about an hour.
Give or take.
I would say ish.
Yeah. Somebody asked.
Mine will probably be longer. I think it just depends on what's happening. I would say allow an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay. Good.
I think we answered some of these. This is acrylic paint. You can, is this a new group we need to describe? Oh, I'll show it up there. Is this a new group we need to subscribe to if we want to paint this with you all? Yes, it is. This is a course. Yes, so it's not a group that is like our membership groups. It's a course of 5 days of videos.
So once you purchase the course, you'll be put into the group.
Yeah.
I'm excited because Kathy just signed up. Woohoo!
Yay! Okay. Little Blue House would sell the material needed. I think she probably has some of the things. I don't know.
Norma, I don't have the surface. The surface comes from Hobby Lobby. This came from Hobby Lobby. I don't have the surface, but I do have, we do sell art resin. We do sell some of the other things, obviously the chalk paints, crackle medium, things like that. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, Nadine wants to know when the supply list goes out. Those should all be in the Facebook group by tomorrow sometime?
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's in there. Jen's in
Mine's
there.
already in there.
I'm still working on mine, but
Okay.
we're each loading our own supply list in the Facebook group. So once you join, you'll be added to the private Facebook group to have access to all that information.
So Phyllis says, as I'm signing up, not sure what it means. 7 + 1 = Could you explain? So I have a security measure on my sign up page. After you input all of your information, to let the computer know that you are not a robot, they want you to answer a little simple math question.
We don't want any aliens in the group. Right. We don't want any trolls.
And the answer is 8, right?
We want to make sure they're real people.
Put 8 if you get 7 + 1. Yeah.
But you might get a different one, so don't always put 8.
Right.
Okay. You already did the resin one, right? Candy asked how long the video will be available at because she's having surgery. We decided indefinitely, correct? Once you purchase this course, it's yours.
Lifetime access. When does it start? That's a great question. We might want to tell them that. When is it? November 15th through 19th. So it's a Monday through Friday every night at 7 p.m. Central. One of us will be going live. Days 1 and 2 is me with acrylic painting. Day 3 is Christy with the hand lettering. Day 4 is Elizabeth with the glass and resin. And day 5 is Tracy with the crackle technique.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still scrolling down through here, guys.
Is a heat gun like you use with shrink wrap? Is a heat gun like that?
Yeah, same kind of thing.
Yeah. What would the cost be for a member? $67. $67 through November 3rd.
Y'all, you're going to be very disappointed if you don't. If you think I'm going to get to it, and you don't, you're going to be so disappointed because it's $32 discount for the.
It's a huge Christmas gift discount from us to you.
Yeah. Okay. I think we need to wrap it up. Any last thing?
Kimberly said, so we won't have access to the supply list until after we have signed up. That's what this live is all about. We just told you what all the supplies are that you need so that, and then once you sign up, you will actually get a physical, a paper copy of the list.
Yeah. And it takes about 8 ounces of resin. Somebody was asking, is resin, glass is cheap. Glass is really cheap. Glass can be free. Use what you can find. This is 8 ounces of resin, and I think this retails for $30. Is that right, Tracy?
I think it's close to that. It's somewhere around $30,
something like that. And this is how much you'll need to do your project.
Exactly. And y'all, the resin,
I think it's actually 28. It's under 30.
48. Okay.
Yeah,
the resin makes it amazing, but you don't have to do the resin. You don't have to do that. My project last year, I never add resin to, and I love it. Now, do I love resin? Absolutely. But don't let that break the bank. Don't feel like I can't do it because I can't add $30 to it. Just don't do the resin, or do it later whenever you get a chance. But I was going to tell you also, the paint markers, you don't have to have paint markers. You can use a little paintbrush. Some of you would rather use a brush anyway. Yeah. Elizabeth would rather use the paintbrush. So, okay. Any last things, y'all? Felicia, we'll give you the group, the Facebook group. Whenever you sign up, it gives you the group.
Yeah. And you can just click on the link and go to that. And yes, it's $67. Wilson, we never posted a different price. $67. And then it goes up to $99 on November 4th.
Right.
And Felicia's probably already signed up and she's wanting to know how to find the group again. That's probably, go back to your email. But it should be Christmas window workshop, something like that.
Yeah.
You should get an email with the Facebook link. And as soon as you sign up, there's a page that pops up that says, thank you for joining. Here's the link to join the Facebook group. So you should have 2 options immediately to join the Facebook group.
That's okay, Felicia. You get a pass. No big deal.
We love you, girl. We love you. You are some of our, she loves us. I don't know how to say that. She just loves us.
So yes, we need to post the link to where you can join and also where you can go get all of this information.
Yeah, I've posted it several times in here. So
Is there a way to
Yep.
tag it or anything, or put it in the?
I don't know. Maybe
you can create a banner if you want to, Elizabeth, but as long as it's in the comments, you're fine.
It's in the comments many times. Y'all just scroll and look several times. Okay, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna let Tracy get to her next workshop she has. And thank y'all so much for letting us share our passions with you, because this truly is something we feel like the Lord gave us a gift that we want to be able to share with others. And we're just, again, so blessed that we can do this together. But also, we have made so many amazing connections with you guys. We feel like you are our people, you are friends. And maybe one day we'll all get to meet together and do something like this in person. That'd be really fun. All right, so we're going to wrap up. Any last final words, ladies? Or are we ready to?
Any last looks here?
Last looksy?
We've got some videos. Be watching our pages. We'll be posting more pictures and videos and different things of the sample. Just such a fun project and just so fun to get to come in and personalize it. I think that's what's going to make it really unique for everyone to actually kind of customize it and make it their own.
And I have one thing to say, even if this is something that you don't want to do, if you could click that arrow button and spread this out over all of your Facebook pages, we would appreciate it, because there might be somebody who's a friend of yours who might want to do this too. So in fact, this is a great group project to do together. Get all your friends to sign up and you all do it together. So
it can be your Christmas party with each other. So
y'all can be on Zoom together, and then you can paint at the same time.
You don't even have to be in the same room.
I do want to say one last thing, and I'm putting it in the link as well.
Colleen just joined. Woohoo!
Yay! Awesome.
If you have any other questions, you can email support@jensdenart.com. And we will have Cindy on it, and Cindy will take care of you. And if she doesn't know the answer, she will get with us, and we will help you out.
Yes.
So just email support@jensdenart.com if you have any questions or any problems.
Kathy, we love you.
Yes, we love you. Thank you.
We love you, Kathy. All right, we're gonna shut it down. You guys watch the replay if you just popped on. You're not gonna want to miss this, and we will see you guys soon. Can't wait for it to start.
Bye. Thanks for being on tonight with us.
Thanks.
See you next time.